Alô, vocês estão aí exatamente neste momento. Boa noite, como vão? Pera aí, deixa eu vir direto aqui quem chegou aqui. Estamos aí abrindo mais uma live livre 2. Deixa eu fechar aqui esse bagulho. É isso aí, galerinha. Tô aqui abrindo aqui a live. Só tô tendo dificuldades técnicas. Mas nada à espera de Powertron. Powertron já tá indo, amigo. Um joinha. Deixa eu ver se eu consigo abrir aqui o vídeo, porque o vídeo está em tela grande. A pedido do público, estamos aí abrindo mais uma live livre 2. Deixa eu fechar aqui esse bagulho. É isso aí, galerinha. Tô aqui abrindo aqui a live. Calma aí. Só tô tendo dificuldades técnicas. Mas nada à espera de Powertron. Powertron já tá indo, amigo. Configuração de áudio. Alto-falante, som do sistema, ópera. New Vegas, falta problema. Deixa eu ver. Fechar aqui esse bagulho. Aí. Se eu sair do falante. É isso aí, galerinha. Tô aqui abrindo aqui a live. Nossa, calma aí. Eu só tô tendo. Aqui, pronto. Aí a gente não repete. Lembrando, pessoal, que Fallout também eu vou dar uma zoiada porque ele pode estar bugado, tá? Meu muito obrigado à turminha do Pirulito Doce. Desculpa aí, mas está muito frio. E só um momentinho que eu vou mutar o microfone aqui para poder... Eu sou um rapaz que gosta de bugar o jogo, gente. Saindo do jogo de novo. Tamo aí, ao vivo pelo YouTube. É isso aí. Ah, que legalzinho, gente. Parece mesmo. Vai abrir o New Vegas, não se desesperem. Vocês vão continuar ouvindo minha voz horrorosa. Fallout New Vegas, gente, ao vivo e a cores pra você. É um jogo distribuído pela Obsidian Entertainment e também pela Bethesda, que é a sua produtora oficial. Pra mim é um dos jogos mais fantásticos que eu já vi na minha vida. verdade é o último salve que eu tive. Vou agradecer aos inscritos do canal e do YouTube. O pessoal do Facebook daqui a pouco também tá participando. Então vamos lá. Ah, não se esquecendo, pessoal, deixa o joinha, não se esqueçam. Também, se quiserem se inscrever, se não for inscrito, podem se inscrever. Parei aqui na companhia dos... Não é César, é Kaiser. Só que se eu seguir a linha de raciocínio aqui do jogo pro Kaiser, eu acabo não cumprindo as missões que tem que ser cumpridas. Aí eu tô tentando fazer as coisas. Agradecendo também o Matheus aqui. Graças ao nosso amigo Matheus, a gente conseguiu botar uma excelência na brincadeira. Só um momentinho, já volto, gente. Rapidinho, pessoal. Deixa eu só ver um negócio aqui.
Kaiser awaits you in his tent. I'll wait here. Kaiser awaits you in his tent. You have license to find your own way. I'll wait here.
The camps are getting crowded.
Out. You may proceed. Your belongings will... be returned when you leave. By order of Caesar, all visitors must disarm. Your belongings will be returned to you when you leave. I'll wait.
Hi there.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again.
So, I finally get to meet the courier who's caused beams of... I get it. We share a common enemy. And now you come. And you fell for that? Relax. A man, you arrive, you visit when you set your mind. The question is, are you ready to get started? I like the servile attitude. Keep it up. The time is fast. Before that, down the hill. Even more. I think. I want you to so go to talk to Benny on your way out. He knows I'm going to let you decide how he dies. Maybe you. We'll talk again when you've destroyed whatever is down in that bunker. Not before.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burn.
True to Caesar.
Some of the slaves have been spreading.
None may enter without Caesar's permission.
Caesar has permitted your weapons to be returned to you. Caesar has put a lot of
Our way, true to Caesar.
I do wish you'd come and met with me at the quite a... But that's not... I need you... There's a compl... That means I can't deactivate its security bots. Good. Stop wasting time. Go upload the data on the platform.
Commencing lawful use of deadly force. Do not be alarmed. Law and order will be restored shortly. Citizens have nothing to fear. Do not kill. Please clear the area until order has been restored. A lawful use of deadly force is in progress. Citizens are advised to clear the area. Continued resistance is unlawful. Please step into the open and identify yourself. to authority. This is unlawful use of deadly force. Please direct complaints to your local law enforcement authorities. Hostile target identified. A lawful use of deadly force is in progress. Citizens are advised to clear the area.
I do wish you'd come in. Sure. Hence, but that's... There's a... That means... Good. Stop wasting time. Go upload the data on the Platinum chip to the facility's primary computer.
Commencing lawful use of deadly force. For your... Please take cover until the lawbreaker is dealt with. hostile target. This is a lawful use of deadly force. Please direct complaint to your local law enforcement authority. Please step into the open and identify yourself. Law-abiding citizen. And number. Attention. This is now a combat zone. You may suffer harm up to and including death. Remain in the area.
Your work here is done. You have a very...
You've carried out Caesar's will. You're free to leave. The legionaries fret like women over rumors of rangers in black armor. Awe.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again. Some of the slaves.
I felt the ground shake a while ago. There are... Go to Benny. Consider it the first of many bestowments. We have nothing to discuss until you've dealt with Benny.
Go ahead and laugh, baby. Yeah, well, laugh. So, baby. I see. And how's that gonna happen? Don't do that, baby. Not You sick, vindictive fuck!
I'm sure you found Benny's demise. Let's prep. You have an interest in his death, too. If he knows that you destroyed his gadgets beneath the fort, you know where to find him. How he dies? Good. Until Mr. House has been dealt with, you and I have nothing to talk about.
Our way, true to Kaiser. Our way, true to Kaiser. True to Kaiser.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again. Awe, are you ready to return to Cottonwood Cove? Very well.
This is Radio New Vegas, and I'm your host, Mr. New Vegas. And in case you're wondering if you've come to the right place, you have.
I felt the earth shake when the evil below the fort was destroyed.
Get moving, profligate. Do not make Caesar wait. Wale.
Highway.
Have a nice day.
So, we meet in person. I take it you've come to deliver the platinum chip? Such a small thing, isn't it? And yet so capacious. So very dear. Decades of... That's where the chip was... But the bombs... Yes, so far as... Some things are more easily shown than told. Take the elevator all the way down to the bottom level. Don't worry, you'll like what you see. We have much to accomplish, you and I. Step closer to the demonstration area, if you would. I expect you're well familiar with my Securitrons by now. The titanium alloy housing that protects its electronic core deflects small arms and shrapnel easily enough. Its X-25 Gatling laser, produced to spec by Glassinghouse Inc., is deadly against soft targets at medium range. And for close-range suppression or crowd control, the Securitron is armed with a 9mm submachine gun. All of this you probably already knew. What you did not know is that these are the Securitron's secondary weapons. All this time, my Securitrons have had to get by running the Mark I operating system, which lacked software drivers for their primary weapons. Today, with the delivery of the Platinum chip, all that changes. Behold, for the first time, Securitrons running the Mark II OS. The M235 missile launcher gives the Securitron the ability to engage ground and air targets at significantly longer ranges. And a rapid-fire G-28 grenade launcher ensures the Securitron is deadly in close-range engagements. The software upgrade also includes drivers for the Securitron's highly sophisticated on-board auto-repair systems. Altogether, the Mark II software upgrade confers a 235% increase in combat effectiveness per unit. The city of New Vegas finally has soldiers worthy of protecting it. Return to the penthouse now. We have much to discuss. Trips to the basement are rarely so educational. I've since broadcast the upgrade to every Securitron in range. Why would I want... If they're... The foundation is laid. Now it's just a matter of adjusting the attitudes of some... Outside New Vegas. If not... Using... Recent... Any progress with the boomers? I'll expect to see some... What did you want? That's because he's... So... What else? They... What else did you want to discuss? General Oliver's strategy, or... He wants to outfight a crushing, decisive... A good deal should be... What else? Not just... To enforce, one must have force. Years ago, I knew it would... And... Indeed, it was. Would Kimball... They weren't afraid of me. And so they negotiated, not out of the kindness of their... NCR, they recognized my... Written into the treaty, that's how... The salient issue, there's just one... The final battle between those two armies is fast approaching. What else did you want to discuss? New Vegas is more than a city. It's the remedy to mankind's... The city's economy is a blast furnace in which can be... What is the NCR? A society of people desperate to experience comfort, ease, luxury. A society of customers. With all that money pouring in? 100 years, and my colony... I prefer the term autocrat. I would rule as a chief executive. Nothing to impede progress. If you want to see the fate of democracies, look out the windows. My judgment. I have no interest in abusing others, nor have I any interest in being worshipped as some kind of machine god but autocracy? Firm control in the hands of a technological and economic visionary? What else did you want? What of it? I enjoy them. If you run across... What else did you... The NCR had it up and running at 50%. What else did you want to do? It was a place... I grew up not far from here. By 2065, I deemed it a mathematical... I knew I couldn't. I set to work. On the day of the... My networked laser cannons mounted. The platinum chip was printed in Sunnyvale, California on October. It was to have been delivered. The chip contained vital... Given that... Software glitches. For nearly 5 years, I battled power outages. I spent the next few decades in a veritable coma. But I survived. What else did you want to discuss? Goodbye.
Have you? If personal gain... No! I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say.
Engaging target. Don't bother to watch yourself. We're watching for you.
By order of Caesar, all visitors... Your belongings... Awe.
I've seen crippled slaves move faster.
What are you doing?
Awe. True to Caesar.
I've read Mr. House's obituary. Had a high With Mr. House out of the way, I can focus on smoothing out a few. First up are the boomers of Nellis Air Force Base. A tribe so reclusive, it lobs artillery shells at anyone who comes near their settlement. I want you to offer them an alliance with my Legion. My terms are simple. Target their guns against the NCR side of the dam when I assault it, and they can keep their freedom. Good. Your first challenge. Have you brought news of the boomers? I expect results sooner rather than later. Have you brought news of the boomers? What did you want to know? My Praetorian... Instead, the fight is to... Lucius has been... No invitee has... What else did you want to know? Linnaeus is the great... Once, he was the greatest warrior of the Hydebarks, a tribe of the Arizona. When after several months we found and surrounded the Hydebarks camp, their chieftain raised a... The warrior, who was not yet Linnaeus, went insane with rage. He struck down his chieftain and... He killed 15 before they brought him down. He didn't die. I had him tended to. He was maimed. Most of it. When he did, I went to his bedside and showed him the helmet He accepted, on condition that he be allowed to kill the surviving males of his tribe. Linnaeus is savage. Savagely loyal, too, but only to me. He has no love for my Legion. But he has no attachment to his men. No. When another legatus or a centurion fails to achieve results, his first step is to beat the failed commander to death in front of his assembled troops. Then he orders the... It means decimation. But in ancient Rome, the word had a very specific meaning. A punishment for cowardice. The legionaries are lined up in ranks. Every 10th man steps forward. It instills a certain robust obedience. Yes, there will be no failure this time, no retreat. With Linnaeus to drive... It's not going to happen again, that's all I have to say about it. And I've heard it's a bad idea to tempt the wrath of Caesar. Change the subject. What else, then? Even with the boomers to deal with, you have questions? I'll hand it to that Seems that he was brought. Benny tried. What else did you want to know? Do you want as a did you does that sound like a because the so ever since greed it's not built to of course until now my conquest just as what else did you want to know? I know he's dead. Losers don't matter. What else did you want to know? I've analyzed it. What else did you want to know? Ironically, I was born a profligate myself. My family lived. She found work. Oh yes, raised in that tradition. And I may have taken the tour. When I was 20, the followers sent me east to Grand Canyon. It was my first as an anthropologist. If you think it's... Anyway, we met up with a Mormon missionary, but before that they were a backward bunch. But the real problem... The Blackfoot were at war with 7 other tribes. It's one thing to be taken hostage, another to be... I taught them how to use the guns they already had, how to strip it like I was some kind of a sorcerer. So I taught them how to make it. If there's anything I learned is a divide et impera, divide and conquer. I led the Blackfoot against the Ridgers, their weakest enemy. When they I took one of their envoys to the Ridgers village and showed him the court. This was new for the tribes, you see. They played at war. I showed them. Kaibobs joined me, and the Fredonians after that. All the I knew from the start I'd need to eradicate this plague of tribes. So that's what I did once my confederation of tribes was large enough. I sent Calhoun, the follower captured with me, back west. Joshua Graham, the Mormon interpreter, stayed with me and served as my... That's right. Decades of warfare, absorbing lesser tribes, gathering power, forging the dross into a vast, razor-sharp scythe. My legion's expansion has never ceased. Much of the Utah and Colorado and all of Arizona and New Mexico are mine. We have cities of our own, but nothing compared to Vegas. What else did you want to know? I used Imperial Rome as the model for my legion precisely because it was so far. I'd seen what had become of the NCR's attempts to emulate the culture of pre-war America, the infighting, the Rome was a highly militarized autocracy that effectively integrated the foreign cultures it conquered. It dedicated its citizens to something higher than themselves, to the idea of Rome itself. In Rome, I found a template for a society that could prevent... It means a nationalist, imperialist, totalitarian, homogenous culture that obliterates the identity of every group it conquers. Long-term stability at all costs. No, I'll destroy it because it's inevitable that it be destroyed. It's Hegelian dialectics, not personal animosity. How do I put this basically? The fundamental premise is to envision history as a sequence of dialectical conflicts. Each dialectic begins with which inherently contains or creates its opposite. But the resolution of the conflict yields something new, a synthesis, eliminating the flaws in each. The bombs wiped the slate clean. Human civilization descended to a level of ignorance that effectively set our cultural progress. The NCR has all the problems of the ancient Roman Republic. Extreme bureaucracy, corruption, extensive senatorial infighting. Just as with the ancient republic, it is natural that a military force should conquer and transform the NCR into a military thesis and antithesis. The Colorado River is my Rubicon. The NCR Council will be From a basically nomadic army to a standing military force that protects its citizens and the power of its dictator. What else did you want to know? It's called an autodoc. As the name suggests, it's an automated physician, more or less. He can treat broken bones, cuts, punctures, scrapes. Sometimes I bestow its use upon someone I favor. Makes for a powerful gift in a culture that forbids painkillers and is largely ignorant of medical science. Mark my words, you piece of shit. This is the last time you will ever refuse to perform an order I've given you. If you meant what you said, you best be on your way, and at good speed. And forget all that I could have given you. If you ever disobey me again, I will order my Praetorians to hack you to death with their machetes for my entertainment.
Our way, true to Caesar.